Little bit calm, ma'am.
Little bit. Um, wait. What about now?
Clear, ma'am. Right.
All right then. Okay. So actually, I was not all right yesterday. I had some health issues, maybe because of the I get too much connected with my mobile phone and all those things. So yes, um, I couldn't even tell you that I couldn't. I will won't be able to take the class today. Yesterday's class, right? So I sent a story for you to read, for you to listen to. Did you go through the story, Piyash and Nadim? The other day I sent a story.
Yes, ma'am.
What about Piyash? Did you go through the story?
No, ma'am, I think it was the last day's session, and I think you will send another lesson, ma'am. So I missed it, ma'am.
Okay, I sent it already. Actually, after the class ended, I immediately after the class ended, I sent it the homework. No, not the not maybe the other day. I forgot, but I sent it. I sent it on Sunday, right? Yes, I sent the homework on Sunday. Maybe you didn't notice it. Uh,
Yes,
Correct.
ma'am. That's the reason I didn't follow it properly, ma'am.
Right. Actually, I also like didn't mention here that I need to take the reason why I sent it that this is your homework. I didn't mention it as well. Right. So okay, not an issue. Nadim, if you have read through the okay, so today I think we will do a debate. Okay, and I will give you one topic, and on which you can choose any of two, and I will start with a like easier one, right? So first, Nadim, you can tell me what was the story about that I sent in the link through the link, the YouTube link. What was the story about?
Ma'am, can I elaborate the whole story or summarize? Just try to summarize, ma'am.
You just tell us the summary and what did you understand, what did you learn after the story ended, or what was the motive of the story that the storyteller wanted to tell us. You don't have to elaborate everything. Summarize it.
O- Okay, ma'am. The story name was Have You Seen the Woman? And basically, the story about a strange woman. And here have two main characters, both of our female character or woman character. And in this video, uh, in this video, one woman t- telling the whole story, and uh, they were uh, uh, they were uh, like friend but not friend, uh, and every day they meet, uh, every day they meet on time, and same place, and when the author or uh, a storyteller lately came, the other woman, he cannot he could not wait for her. He was walking alone, but when the when when the author came in right time, but uh, the uh, woman woman cannot came cannot came same time. The author was waiting for
Will
her.
come on at the same time or in the right time. Okay, Nadim, please take like have a look on the tenses that you are using while speaking. Okay, don't
Yes,
be
ma'am.
upset. Don't yes, don't hurry. You don't have to be hurried. You can speak slowly, but keep the tenses in your mind when you are speaking.
Okay, ma'am. And but the woman was strange. Uh, ম্যাম এখানে বলতে চাচ্ছিলাম যে মানে স্ট্রেঞ্জ প্রকৃতির ছিল।
The women was strange by she had a strange nature.
Yes, ma'am. She had a strange nature. Uh, author uh, author always uh, invite her to eat
Invited
eat
her.
together. Invited her to eat together, but she always refused because uh, she cannot meet with author's friends. Um,
She could not meet
and
with the other's friend.
she could not meet with author's friend. But after but when the author and her friends uh, was uh, going to uh, a picnic or a pub, uh, they they was seeing this girl. They were seeing this girl, and uh, and they they were they drank beer, but uh, but the woman uh, cannot drink. But when the
Cannot
author
drink.
asked, could yes ma'am, cannot drink, but the author asked her, she replied that she was uh, she was drunk in alcohol or vodka, but uh, but the author and all the after that the author uh, author went to ma'am, I forget the place name, but
No, no matter, no matter. Continue. Doesn't need that place to be
uh,
mentioned. X, Y, Z, whatever.
but then the author also uh, saw her, and she was she sing a song very um, very sweet tone, and
In a
also
very sweet
uh,
tone. In a very sweet tone.
in a she was sing a song in a very sweet tone. Then they also uh, discuss uh, and uh, when the author asked, oh, uh, why are you uh, came here, sorry, come here,
Why
also
did
the
you
woman
come here?
replied, yes ma'am. Why did you come here? She replied that in uh, life is uh, life is not long. ম্যাম এখানে বলতে চাচ্ছিলাম যে জীবন দীর্ঘ নয়।
Life is short.
Yes,
So
ma'am. Life is life is short. So, uh, uh, ম্যাম এখানে আমি বলতে পারতেছিলাম ম্যাম যে আহ, তুমি যা চাও তাই করো, এত মানে এত
you should
ভাবার
do
বা চিন্তা
whatever
করার।
you want. Acha, you should do
Yes,
whatever
ma'am.
you want. You shouldn't think much.
Yes, ma'am. You should do whatever you want, and this was the last discussion uh, each other. After that, the author never
Last
uh,
discussion between each other. Okay, between
yes,
each other.
between between each other, uh, and that was the last discussion between each other, and in and after that, the author never uh, see the woman, and that was the story, ma'am.
Never saw the woman, and that was the story. So, what do you understand after listening to the story, Nadim?
Ma'am, basically the woman probably died, and that's why the author uh, uh, cannot see again, and uh, and in these videos also um, have a message, and that is life is short, uh, so what uh,
We should
what
enjoy
should we
our life.
want?
Yes, yes, yes. The thing that we
Yes,
want, we
ma'am.
should. Yes, we should do
We
it.
should we should we should enjoy our, yes, ma'am. We should enjoy our life.
Okay, all right. Um, but Nadim, this time I don't know what happened. But Nadim, there are so many extra sounds while you were speaking. I don't know. The situation should have been improved, right? But I don't know why all those extra sounds that you are using. Is it my fault or not? I can't understand, Nadim. There is lack of confidence while you were speaking. Okay, so you need to be more confident and stop using all those extra sounds that you are using while speaking. These are the like biggest minus points whenever you are speaking. Okay, speaking in English, and like forget about all those mistakes of tenses, because tenses we can forget, but you know that whenever you are actually, you know the things that you should say, but you can't say it because you are not actually that much used to it speaking. Okay, so I think you need to practice you before, like whenever you are coming, you are joining the class, when I'm giving you the homework, first go through the homework or listen to the story, and go through the maybe any poem, whatever I'm like sending in the group. Then you must try to that I will tell you that this, do this thing or do that thing about this subject or what, right? So after like viewing whatever I have interacted, you should do it at once, like at your home. You shouldn't like first, before coming to the class, you need to do it by yourself. You can speak while whenever you are walking on a road, you can speak in your mind that yes, I have done it, I have done it, I have done this, all those things, the conversation. You should continue the conversation in your head. You always should do that. Or maybe maybe sometimes you are doing something, you need to do that. This, yes, okay, so this word means this, so what is the English of this word? I should know it. So you of course have a dictionary right at your phone. So you can just search it in, or maybe in Chrome you can search it. So there is, you should always, each and every time, you should be that curiosity in your head that yes, I'm okay, this is the word, I know the Bengali of this, what can be the English of it, what can be the most possible English for this word. So let me check in Google. Okay, so you have to do it in your mind always, like you are in the process of learning, so you should do it in your mind always. Otherwise, like this extra sounds and the mistakes and the mm, simple things, the word, the sentences today that you asked me, the meanings that you asked me, there was not a single word that you don't know in English, but you couldn't make it into your sentences because you were not well prepared. So to be well prepared, I think you should practice yourself at home before coming to the class, before joining the class. You can talk to yourself, you can speak with yourself, then maybe it will not be a chance, or it will not be a thing that you will make mistakes this much and this much extra sounds, or you will not lose your words while speaking. Okay, so please take these things in your mind. Okay, right. So now that Piyash and Nadim both are here, I would like to ask you. Um, we already discussed it about it maybe, but it was not a like topic of debate. It is very simple thing um, about the. It's about the mountain and sea. So one of you can choose mountain and one of you can choose sea. So as the place that you like to visit, or you would like to visit in future, and why do you like your, from the point of view, what is your viewpoint that you like the place that you like, and which is more important or more preferable to you than the other place that the other person chose. Okay, so you should choose the sides. So Piyash and Nadim, you can say, you can tell us, you can tell me that which one do you want to choose, like sea or mountain as a place for visiting.
Ma'am, both I like most, but I can choose mountain, ma'am.
Piyash, will it work for you to go with the sea?
Okay, ma'am, no problem. But I also like mountain. But for the debate, I am ready to speak about sea, ma'am. No problem.
All right then. So I think as Nadim has gotten his favorite one, I think Nadim should go on at first. That mountain is the place that you would like to visit, or why do you think that sea is not at that position, at that peak position to you?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much for giving me a chance to um, tell about mountain. And I already, uh, I was already going to show the mountain, uh, and that's why I really like mountain. And uh, why I choose mountain. Here have some specific reason. Very first, mountain. Uh, mountain is similar like a human success, human success uh, path. And when we are trying to uh, reach our dream, we always we always go through uphill and downhill. So it is the first one thing that uh, First one, and second one is our honorable teacher, our one of the honorable teacher uh, said multiple times that you are always try to uh, try to try to set your dream uh, like a, mountain, because it's when you uh, you set your dream mountain, you can uh, it's a real thing that you can go and you can reach the top of the mountain. And it was the second reason. And third reason, that when you when uh, you are going if you go the mountain in top, you see the surroundings, and you can realize that uh, you can realize that uh, here have uh, ম্যাম আমি নিজেই একটু ম্যাম
Yes, Nadim. What do you wanted to say? Can you speak in Bengali so that I can help to
ম্যাম
translate?
আমি বলতে চাচ্ছিলাম, যখন আমরা হচ্ছে যে পাহাড়ের চূড়ায় উঠি, তখন আমাদের হচ্ছে যে আহ, আশেপাশের পুরো পরিবেশটাকে দেখতে পাই। যেমন আমরা যখন আমরা টপে পৌঁছাবো, ঠিক এইটা দেখে যখন আমরা জীবনের চূড়ান্ত সাকসেসে পৌঁছাবো, তখন এইভাবে আমরা দেখতে পারবো এবং বুঝতেও পারবো যে আসলে তারা কতটা নিচে আছে, বা এবং আমরা যখন নিচে নেমে আসবো, তখন আমরা তাদের সমতুল্য হয়ে যাবো এবং তাদেরকে মানে কি বলে যে জীবনে তাদেরকে ওই পর্যায়ে নিয়ে যাওয়ার জন্য চেষ্টা করতে থাকবো। উম, এটা ম্যাম আর কি।
So when we go over a mountain, or when we go on the peak of a mountain, we can see whatever lies underneath our feet, and we also can view what is lying um, on the path, or on the like feet of the hill, and of the mountain, sorry, not hill. So and after coming down on the hillside, or on the maybe on the foot of the mountain, we can see the people, we can see the people that we saw when we were on the peak of the mountain, and then we can actually motivate them to reach the mountain, and how to go through all those difficulties, and how to reach the peak of the mountain. Yes, Nadim.
থ্যাংক ইউ ম্যাম।
Then, isn't there anything left, Nadim?
নো ম্যাম।
All right then. Right. So, Piyash, you can go on now. The reason you would prefer, if you like to see, why would you choose sea over mountains?
Okay, thank you, ma'am, and my opponent, Mr. Nadim. Both mountains and sea are amazing for human, but I always prefer to go and choose a sea because of many reasons. Mountains have some recreational and some different lifestyle, but not much as the sea. Because if we noticed in coastal area, we see lots of hotels and uh, lots of civilizations in that area, and people are always prefer to go the coastal area most than mountains, and it's very difficult to
More than
hike in
mountains.
mountain.
Yes, more than mountains. Most than mountains, I more than mountains.
Okay, ma'am. And it is very difficult to hike on a mountain area, and sometimes uh, we cannot find any vehicles in that types of area, and it's really difficult to uh, go by pedal, and it is really tough to live there because uh, natural resources are not available in that area. Uh, the people are suffering from fresh water and food also. And if
Suffering
I
from the scarcity of yes, suffering from the scarcity of fresh water and food.
okay, they are suffering from the scarcity of uh, um, food and the pure drinking water. But if I can say about sea, the people are living with joy and funds, and there are many opportunities for recreational sites, and it is very interesting to see the gulf view of the sea, uh, and the beach would be incomplete without the uh, uh, breathtaking gulf view, and it's really interesting, and the weather of the oceans are very charming, and it's more hot than mountain, and if we tell about the winter countries, they always looking after this type of weather, and it's really demandable for the people of winter countries. And obviously, I can say about the food, and especially about seafood. Uh, Coastal areas have the best seafood, and that is the fact. It is better than the mountain area because we cannot find any seafood in the mountain area, and obviously recreational activities are the biggest site of the sea area, and people can paddle board and kayak, and sometimes they can surf by surfing board, can swim, and they can play with dolphin and marine life. So I can say about obviously the all civilization were built around the coastal area, but not in the mountain area because in the mountain area it is really difficult to maintain the easy life because of the scarcity of the natural food or natural desire of the lifestyle. And obviously, it is easy to go in a Syria because it is flat, and people are living with this place, the availability of their desired things, ma'am. So that's all, ma'am.
All right, thank you, Piyash. Thank you. Do you have anything to say, Nadim, about it that you disagree with Piyash?
Uh, yes, ma'am. Here uh, we make a debate that uh, mountain versus sea. and PS Bhai always try to say uh, uh, he he choose the sea only because of here have lots of hotel civilization uh, and their weather is charming and so on. But I think PH Bhai intend to live whole of his life, so that's why he was thinking in that sense. And uh, and he also said that mountain area, uh, the mountain area, people they are suffering scarcity of fresh water right now. Or right now, um, right now in our country or uh, all over the world, uh, fresh water. Um, here have a natural resource, ma'am, and that is uh, ma'am झरना इंग्लिश की मैम
Stream.
stream is ma'am stream, and that is stream. So uh, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal that eh, w- uh, water problem. And why I choose mountain, I already said that it is mountain behavior is similar like people or man success. When you go through your life to become a successful person, you, uh, you spend your life uphill and downhill, and you also can relate your life uh, when you starting your journey uh,
When you start your
to
journey, nothing.
when 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 you start your journey to become a successful person, you are a level playing place, and then you spend uh, like mm, uh, mountain path, and then ultimately you can reach your dream mm, dream area. That means top of the mountain, or uh, we can say your success. So that's why I was uh, side of mountain.
All right, Nadim, I got you. Piyash, do you want to say anything else that you want to add up?
Okay, ma'am. Nadim try to elaborate a thing that if you want to be success, go straight to the mountain and uh, there a chance to gain your success or uh, gain your achievement. Right? So I don't agree with this point of view because it's only a thinking by himself. And if I say about the coastal area or the city area, even some people's never seen a mountain or a sea. So uh, uh, their achievement or success couldn't stop man. So it's really depend on thought, how they feel about uh, it or how they feel about relate and also relate in their life. And if I can say, water are the uh, third, 3 by 4th in our earth, in our Earth, ma'am. So obviously, uh, the space and the cultural activities of the sea area are bigger than mountain, and most of the animals and the marine life are depends on the coastal area, and it is really charming to discover them. And if you play with dolphin and sea fish, uh, they will give you a better joy than mountain. And if you uh, surf with waves, it's really charming um, than hike a mountain, because if you hike a mountain, you lose your energy, and if you uh, surf on a boat with waves, it feels you uh, deep in the water, and you flourish yourself. So it's only a thinking uh, by humans which you like most, but not you have not a right to demolish or look down on thought. So I protest Nadim's thought that if you uh, don't go to mountain, that doesn't mean you will not succeed in your life. Success depends on your work, or depends on your activities of your by your aims. So it's not relate with the mountain area. And obviously I always like sea and the coastal area, because uh, there are possibility to gain the more cultural activities, and there are possibility to mixed with the different cultural people, because um, most of the people all over the world always prefer the sea, and that's the reason uh, there are more hotels and motels in the sea area. And besides, we see that there are lots of housing in that area than mountains, because mountains are very calm and cool, and we sometimes never find any house within a miles. So I always prefer sea for the lifestyle, for the weather, culture, and the recreational activities. And it's easy to move in the sea area than mountain, and obviously it is cheaper than mountain, and it's need less labor to enjoyable than hills, man. Thank you.
All right, Piers. Thank you. Thank you, Nadim. So, do you want to add up? Do you want to say anything to to Piers? Because like this one will be the last time that you will get to say something, and after you say something, Piers will get to say something else. Right, Nadim, you can go on.
Yes, ma'am. Obviously, I will say, ma'am. If you visit the mountains, you will see more beauty than the sea. Because if I share my own experience, uh, you can relate, ma'am. When in in 2018, when I was going to mountain to see mountain, and uh, in the meantime, we also intend to go to see the uh, sea. And very first, we were going to uh, see the mountain, and the mountain name was Sajek. And when we spent uh, is spent in night, and after that, when we woke up and open the mm, open the window, and we all uh, saw that uh, uh, we all saw that the 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 uh, foggy morning, and the sky is near our head, ma'am. And it was the feeling, and it's a more uh, it is the um, beautiful. It is beautiful uh, time of our. It is the memorable moment, all of us, and uh, then we also um, then we also uh, going to
When to,
see the.
when to, when
Yes,
to.
ma'am. We went uh, to see the sea, and we also spent uh, spent in night sea area. Then we just listen wave, but here have uh, no extra beauty, and that we already feel in mountain, and that's why I suggest all the people, if you want to go, or if you mm, make your decision confused to go mountain or sea, you will try to choose uh, always mountain.
All right, Nadim, thank you. Actually, maybe it's Ajan going on. Piyash, at your place, if it's not, if the Ajan is not going on, so then you can continue. And if it's Ajan time, so you can skip. And after Ajan 8, you can start again.
Okay, ma'am. So at at the end of the conversation, I would like to say some cons about mountain, because already I discussed the advantages uh, of the sea area and why I prefer sea than mountains. So this is the reason of me. So I can say it is really hard to build a house on the mountain area. Uh, you uh, you cannot uh, build a building in your desired place because mountain uh, have some rules. Uh, Sometimes falls and the sea levels are demolished by the natural disaster. So, uh, if you plan to build a house, first of all, you have the ability to find a suitable place which are out of danger for this type of natural disaster. So, in the coastal area, there are not haphazard of this type of situation. And if I say about the access, obviously I can say mountains area have the difficulty with the access because you need steps by roads and food, and you sometimes cannot find any vehicles because there uh, are no road and only the hiking way and if I say about distance, obviously mountains area need more distance to move on to another. And if you uh, live or choose in a coastal or sea area, you need no worry about the distance because you always find the vehicle or water boat on that area, and it is like a piece of cake to move on to another. And if I can say about the weather in the mountain, there are always uh, existing like cool weather, and people are living in that area with one types of weather. And if I say about the coastal areas weather, uh, there are always the diversified than mountain. In the coastal area, you will find cool and summer and the temperate weather as well. And if I say about the lifestyle, obviously the coastal area lifestyle are more diversified than mountain because people all over the world always comes uh, to the area, and it is the chance to mix with the different cultural people. And I protest one point of view with Nadim, that Nadim says there are some falls and some stream in the mountain, but I think Nadim's have no idea about the stream and the falls because sometimes the falls are far from the home, and it's really difficult to collect this type of water. And in the back of 2 years, I went to the Darjeeling site, and I saw the practical picture of this area, and it is really tough to uh, gain this type of clean water, and we were always depend with the packet water. That means I can say uh, we always bought the bottle of water. So I think Nadims have no idea about the mountain drinking water. I always prefer and always like to go with the sea area because of the diversified of life, and yet it's easy to live with this area, and there are big opportunities to discover the marine life because three of the fourth part of the life are underwater, and it's really charming for me. Thank you, man.
All right, Piyash. Thank you so much, and thank you, Nadim, so much also. Right. It's actually the thing is that of course the Nadim that you said that the coastal beauties, there is that not that much coastal beauties that we get in mountains. But if you think of Kuakata, if you think of the sunrise, then Nadim, what about it? Don't you think it's very beautiful to visit the coastal areas? It would be really very beautiful to like visit. I know that you just said that thing just to like take your side. Yes, I got it, but it has its own beauty as well. And yes, of course, mountain is really hard to climb, and it's the right age for us to go to the mountains before we turn 40 actually. And sea is the place that where you can go even when you are at your 80s, but not the mountain, because it's a place of hardships, so as well as a place for mysteries. So right, of course, that's also correct. Right. So, Nadim, if I now ask you one thing that you know about the private schools and the public schools. So, if I ask you that if you were a child, or maybe you have your younger brother, so which option you will prefer him to join, to the private school or the public school? And if you have to choose one option, so why that option? Why private school or why public school? Tell me your opinions, Nadim.
Ma'am, it's really difficult question for me because I already spent my school life in a public school, and that was a really great experience because the teacher was uh, very humble, and they are really um, they're really responsible. But if I if I choose private or public, obviously I choose private school because here service is better than public, because public school um, here have no ম্যাম জবাবদিহিতার ইংরেজি কি ম্যাম?
Jawabdehita as in what type answer? So question answer is like answering someone's question. But Jawabdehita in
ম্যাম
what kind of type you are trying to say?
ম্যাম জাস্ট ম্যাম অ্যাকাউন্টেবিলিটি ম্যাম।
Uh, acha, as in, like the whole sentence. Can you tell me?
Ma'am, in public school here have no accountability because here teacher take class as his or their own choose. But when
Own choice, own choice.
yes ma'am, own choice. But when we see the public school, they followed mm, they followed a specific method that always uh, always doing great, and the result is, and also get result uh, better than public, and that's why I always choose a private school.
Okay, all right, all right. I need to get a call. Wait, give me a moment. All right, Nadim. But Nadim, the thing that I am seeing is that Nadim, you were saying things. Uh, it's almost, the 50% of it I can understand, and 50% of it I have to assume, because the way we're speaking, it's not like the total way. You cannot totally make yourself understand to me, or the person who is speaking, who is asking the question to you. You need to be more like fluent, or you should have more vocabularies whenever you are speaking, Nadim. I think you should go through more videos, more English videos, or more movies. uh, I can so now that I have gotten my chance in Telegram, so all of you, Pia, Shornadim, do you have Telegram account?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
Piyash, do you have
No,
one?
ma'am.
All right, not an issue. So, Piyash, though he's like you are already, maybe you are in the process of the and like of spoken or whatever it is. So go the way you are going right now because you have your exam soon. But Nadim and Mamoon or all the for all the others, I think I should send you some movies through maybe yeah, Telegram and I think you should we all should create a group and I will send you some movies and you can download from those and I will like send the original video and you can download those videos. I think you should go through more and more English movies, otherwise it is getting impossible day by day. Okay. And another thing that at 9:30 p.m. Nishat sir will be joining the class. Okay, the next class Nishat sir will be joining. All right. So for now, Piyash, I would like to ask you another question that you know that in schools, all the students we had to we all had to wear uniforms, have our own uniform. So, what is your opinion on that? What do you think that should uniforms as it is as we all the students we had to wear all the children they still are wearing those uniforms. So what do you think, Piyash? That is it legit that they wear any uniform or they should ban the school should ban the uniform from wearing or they should use just a casual dresses to go to schools? What is your opinion? After as we go after as we when we go to the universities, then only we can there is a way that we can like the way we should dress up we can use the way, but in schools we cannot. So what is your opinion on that specific thing that Piers, that should the schools ban the uniforms or should they continue and why?
Okay, ma'am. So, in this point of view, I always prefer uniform, ma'am, because
Also,
uniform.
Piyash, also wait, Piyash. I will give you only 4 minutes, okay? And try to complete your whole speech within that time. And from this moment, from today, I will give you a time. Within that time, you must finish your speech. What are you trying to say? Okay, now continue.
Ma'am, 4 minutes. 4 minutes is lot of time, ma'am.
Yes, I get it, but like one after one day, I will try to reduce the time. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. I always love school dress and as well as school bags. And this type of dress, uh, that means uniform, give the children to make the equity of the students. And it is a learning um, from a school. And if students mm, don't wear uniform, it maybe uh, uh, maybe it will make the unequity of the students, because in the school there are some rich beside poor, and if a rich students wear a high price dress, uh, then obviously the poor family don't able to buy this type of dress, and this trend may lead their uh, behavior in uh,
Change
misunderstood
of
or
behavior. Yes, yes. Change of behavior. They can change
yes, ma'am.
the
And
behavior.
so this trend lead uh, to change their behavior, and that times uh, they seems I am bigger or I am smarter than
I'm
on
richer.
another.
I'm richer, not bigger. I'm richer.
Okay, ma'am. So this trend obviously lead a very dangerous learning from school or in childhood. So obviously, I like school dress, and even if there um, have uh, chance to give the authority, or if they have chance to make a decision in university life, then prefer dress, make the equity and make the of the students and all the students or like in a family. So I like school dress, and obviously I prefer to wear the school dress again and again, and this is this should not be banned in any sense. No?
Yes, Piyash. Thank you. Thank you. Actually, like this topic came into my mind because the students that I taught a student, and she's of class 8, and she complained today that why should we always like dress up like this uniform or the uniforms, and why should we always tie up our hairs and all those things, and thus misses they can they wear all the things they want to wear, and they use lipsticks and put on makeups, all those things, but we cannot. Why shouldn't we? So that's how this question came into my mind. I Yes, so maybe of course the students, because there is a age, there is a certain age, there is a certain age where you should be actually conscious, or you should not be that much extravagant in your behavior, that I am doing this and I should do all those makeups and all those things, so which is not preferable for that age actually. So I think yes, it's totally perfect, totally right to use the uniforms, wear the uniforms whenever you are in schools, or whenever you are going through a certain age. Yes, that's that thing, I guess. And the next day, I think we will speak about something. We will talk something about molestation. So actually, in our university,
Ma'am,
yes, yes.
ma'am, how can I enrich my advanced vocabulary, ma'am?
Vocabulary, Piyash, whenever you are going through, like whenever you are thinking of any subjects, okay, think that any kind of discussion, any kind of ideas, whatever is going through, the things that I have been discussing in the class, after ending the class, don't forget the topic. Just try to think about the topic in your head and try to be a better speaker. And whenever you are trying to better speaker, you should also, like, you can then write down the in your head, inside your head, yes, I could say this ideas, I could say add up these ideas and all those ideas into it. And what would have been the better english of this word, what would have been the better version of this thing. So I think that is the way you can like in a better way be like you will have the advanced vocabulary within yourself. And for that thing, Piyash, I think you must read, you must read the new things, maybe some novels, some short stories in English, of course in English. So if you go through the stories, I think, because my teachers, they also suggested to go through English stories, lot of English stories, and only by reading and only by listening you can do all those things. So if you don't have that time for you, if you feel that watching movies will be a waste of time, then you can go through the news channels, maybe the BBC news channels or the English news channels, where you can listen to the voiceovers. Okay, so that you don't feel like, no, I'm wasting my time and giving so much time with the entertainment that I am getting from the movie. I'm not giving that much importance to the language itself. So you can go through the news channels, then you will get to and know the world from the news, and you will get to know the maybe the voiceovers and the vocabularies, all those things, and that's how we will become more confident, and you will have more and more vocabularies, like and maybe one day that you become that much confident and that much well, maybe in such a well manner that you were speaking Bengali, and there will be no dissimilarities. Okay, so and there are some ways right that right, Piyash.
Yes, ma'am.
There was a vocabulary book, right? That Nisha did about from
Yes,
Nobojog
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
publication.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Are you going through the that vocabulary book?
Yes, ma'am. And it was the basic vocabulary, ma'am.
Okay, I didn't know about that actually, because I didn't get my hand on that book actually. But I think Piyash did, whenever you are going, like if you take an Oxford dictionary, you won't learn anything, just by the words, you will not learn anything from it. But I would rather suggest, if you go through a book, then you can find many new and new words, and whenever you are getting to know those new words, you should make sentences with those things, and then only you will never be able to forget those words. So yes, that's the thing I feel about the advanced vocabularies by which you can learn. And for the advanced vocabularies also nowadays, that because the language is changing as well, right? So you can go through the maybe some American shows, I don't know, or maybe some American interviews as well, right? So there are some catchy words. There are some catchy advanced words that from where you can collect those words and you can use in your language. And the interviewer who is taking the interview, they will also get impressed. Oh wow, this guy knows this word. Wow, this is amazing. Okay, so maybe for those reasons you should go through, you must go through like the listening process, to the listening process, not this one. Or maybe I can share some interviews, maybe some star interviews that they go through, that I have seen already. Maybe I can send you some of those videos. Okay, or maybe some news channels videos as well. All right, so Piyash, any further any questions? Do you have any other questions?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. It's okay.
All right then. So then I think I will wrap up the class now, and we will have our next class from 9:30, and it's already almost 9 p.m. Right. So I am taking my leave from this class, and we will join the next, like we will start our next class. Okay. Good night from here.